Hey guys, and welcome back to Elden Ring. So, last time we left off, we had just finished Castle Morn. A little bit of an interesting side quest at the southern tip of the Weeping Peninsula. We had a girl, Irina, whose father Edgar was the lord or the head knight of Castle Morn. She needed us to deliver a letter to him. We did. We were unable to convince him to really do anything. He said he wants to stay behind to look for a sword. I found there's a little bit of extra areas unexplored in the castle, but I'm not going to do anything there quite yet. I want to head back to Liurnia for now and grab this Stella here so we can open up the map. My frame rate's a little bit low. I'm dipping into the 40s here because of this swamp area being really low. One interesting thing I managed to be able to do here now, I have 17 faith currently, so I can use the God Slayer seal if I use my Flask of Wondrous Physic first. So I want to test out the strength of Black Flame comparatively. $225, okay. $247. Interesting. So we're getting 9.77% according to what I'm calculating now here, between 247 and 225. So around a 10% difference. Let's see. Does the incantation scaling increase? Yes, it does. 127 versus 126 at a 27 faith because of the flask plus 10 boost. It does have a slightly higher C scaling, so more like a C minus versus the regular C. And we're getting the passive boost as well. I can definitely see it being worthwhile, especially if we're using these specific dark incantations. So it's worth a check. And at 17 faith, we can also use Black Flame Blade without without using the flask either. So that's a nice little detail. Grave Violet. Let's see what this Grave Violet is. I assumed it would be with the Grave Gloveworts. Grave Violet. There it is. Blooms in graveyards, material used for crafting. A purple flower that blooms in graveyards, material used for crafting items. The hue of ghost flame. It's believed to be useful in calling forth spirits. And there's our Stella. What do we have here? Oh, a spirit over there too. Speaking of spirits. Oh no, that's a crystal. I'm blind as a bat. Alright, let's grab this Stella real quick. Whoa. That was a bit unexpected. I forget I'm not dealing with wild boars anymore. And there we go, Liurnia East. Alright. Wow. That's a large chunk. So we're definitely working with a pretty large open world chunk here that we've been opened up to. According to the guy we talked to, we're going to need a glintstone key in order to get into this next location, the Academy of Raya Lucaria. Let's see, what is this going to take us to? There's our old friends here. Ah, Nevergale too. Malefactor's Evergale. Ooh. Let me move up. Maybe press on a bit. See if I can find another grace point here, perhaps. I'm not too keen on running there quite yet. I don't know what kind of boss I'm going to end up running into. Oh, hello. It's cackling as these guys do. They're like little fairies or something. Hmm. This is such a wide open area. It's kind of less here. Kind of less dense than Limgrave, I would say. I'm a little disappointed that the golden runes that you get from the skulls don't kind of increase to level 2 once you get here. But it's understandable. It's free runes, you know. I mean, you can't expect everything for free. That seems like a good landmark to look for. I'm definitely thinking that's a church of some sort. Although we don't really need another Crimson Tears upgrade. What is this now? If only I had the assassins. Pull out the flask. No, can't get the charge off in time. Damn it. It is so ridiculous trying to be a faith build in this game. You can't do anything. Enemies just relentlessly chase you so aggressively. It really is disheartening. It makes me not want to play a caster. Like, why? Why even bother? I just have to R1 spam every enemy to death. It's boring. I want to do something different, but the game just won't let me. Got a bit lucky there, but still kind of disheartening, honestly. I guess I just need to... I mean, I got 24 decks, though. I mean, what more? How much more do you expect me to have at this point in the game? You know, cast speed should be pretty fast. I guess just charging, I shouldn't be trying to get off charged attacks, I guess. Seems as though we're kind of getting away from our general goal. Oh boy. Oh, I got a flask upgrade though. Too bad it doesn't increase the Wondrous Flask though. That would be nice. Let me try. I'm curious what I can do with this. Oh no. Oh, and I ran out of time. Ooh. definitely incantation users. I see him using Catch Flame and some other cool. So maybe faith builds get a little bit more decked out later. It seems like that's pretty much a given. These guys are legit though. I like their get up, you know, the giant mace and interesting enemies. Okay, looks like I got them all. Fire Monk's Prayer Book. A wise decision to come up this way then. Fire Spermy. That's a there we go. Okay. Oh, is that? Nice, hidden item. Let's see what we got here. There we are. Prayer Book of the Fire Monks, who came to the mountaintops from the mountaintops of the giants far to the north, can be given to a learned cleric to gain access to the following incantations: O Flame and Surge O Flame. So we have a new faction to be considering. Oh. I'm getting kind of lucky with these random swipes. Nice. Crystal Bud. Turn our lantern on. A young plant, crystallized before it could mature. Material used for crafting items, widely found in Liurnia Lake. So it doesn't really tell you what they do, but I can assume it's something to do with sorcery, due to the name being crystal. I'm still a bit perplexed as to how we're supposed to get over there to the starting area. Lump of broken glintstone enwreathed with magic power. A foe sorcery used by the Knights of the Cuckoo. Launched straight ahead using FP. A magic bolt springs forth from the point of impact. I'm assuming that this fire monk thing is going to be heretical as well. It's going to upset our incantation teacher even further than the other ones did. I'm a little bit concerned, to be honest with you, that he's just going to up and go crazy or get mad at me like Dark Souls 3 Irina did when you give her too many dark braille books. We need to get a hold of this key somehow, though, and I'm not sure whether we should be looking in the swamp or elsewhere, frankly. Make another one of these neutralizing boluses. We have 8 of them. I'll have to remember to go to the poison cave again. Clear it out sometime. Whoa. So we've got a poison swamp here. It's not really taking me anywhere else. Hear it. There he is. Vow of the Indomitable. I don't trust these things. Okay. Where are you? Vow of the Indomitable. Grants affinities and skills to an armament. This Ash of War grants an armament the Sacred Affinity. Yes, perfect. And the following skill. Vow of the Indomitable. Skill of the Ancient Warriors of the Earth Tree. Hold shield aloft to imbue yourself with golden power, granting momentary invincibility. Usable upon all shields. Invincibility. That's a fascinating little tool there. So it's a shield skill. Interesting. I generally don't like giving my shields Ash of War because then the only way I can use my weapon Ash of War is to two-hand it or to switch to a different shield, which is kind of a little cumbersome in the middle of battle, but that one could specifically be quite useful, especially because it gives it the sacred affinity, but I mean, on a shield, I suppose that's not really all that useful. You would want a weapon to be giving you the sacred affinity. I will say this is such a beautiful terrain area. Just a gorgeous looking place. There's another Stella. We might as well fill this out. It seems to be the #1 thing to do. Okay, nothing. Says the Stella's right over there. It looks like we have a church as well. Although this could be... I've never seen an actual finished church. They're all like crumbled ruins of churches, so hard to say whether this is actually the same type of church we're used to. Academy Gate Town. Says we're right on top of it. There it is. Liurnia North. Lost my speech there for a minute. So that means there's also a... There shouldn't be a south, I don't think, because the east map sure covered the southern tip there. So there should be a east, a west, and a north. It definitely seems to be a west. And the west, honestly, pretty well covers a northern chunk as well. I don't know about that. Calling this north, they ought to call this central, frankly. Okay, let's see. I think our first order of action should be to go and get another memory slot. Having only 2 is a little bit of a... It holds you back just a little. You got anything new to say? No? How about you?
The Academy of Rea Lucaria lies to Limgrave's north, towering over the mist-laden lands of Liurnia. Renala is queen of the Carian royals, who govern the Academy. And her great rune dwells within the egg she so dearly clutches.
I'm legitimately curious how he really expects to become Elden Lord by becoming all-knowing. Knowledge has its benefits, to to be certain, but how do you expect to defeat the demigods when you're just sitting there reading and then tasking others with doing your job for you? Are you planning to off them and take the runes from them? I mean, what is your scheme, man? What is going through your head? Because it sure doesn't seem like the best plan to me. Either that or his claim to want to be Elden Lord is not quite so true. There we go, a memory stone. I wish I knew what the heck was up with that guy. Oh, actually, our guy is gone here, isn't he? I wonder where he went. I doubt we'll have anything new to say here. Here it is.
Your divinity, have mercy and grant me forgiveness. The road is yet long, a god is not easily felled. But one day without fail you will have your wish. So please grant me forgiveness, Queen Marika. You, is it? I didn't notice you there. I'll be doing my job, same as ever. Just lay out your arms. Those words were not meant for you. I may be prisoner to you, tarnished lot. But my prayers are mine, and mine alone. Well, I've had my say. I'll be more careful too.
Let's see here. Standard smithing stones seem to work on this. Oh, and it gives you a B faith scaling, actually. Surprisingly. It's actually not bad. Let's see here. If I can... It won't even let me use my flask here?
Back already, no matter.
Well... I need to figure out how to duplicate these. I don't have any lost ashes of war. Whatever the heck those even are. It's not something that's been explained to me.
Greetings, I am Fia. Circumstances have compelled my stay at the Round Table Hall. Great champion, perhaps you might share with me some of your lively vigor and your stout-heartedness. Doing so will grant me the warmth of a champion, and you, I am sure, will bear a Baldakin's blessing. Do you think it vulgar, perhaps? Where I come from, it is a sacred act. Ah, my thanks, great champion. You are very warm. What you felt light up inside you was a Baldachin's blessing. Though it is but a fleeting thing, I am afraid. Come back to me, should you require another. I will take you in my arms as often as you need. I am pleased. Would you like me? The blessing is. Would you like to? Then good day to you.
Greetings. Are you here for spirit tuning?
I don't believe anything has changed down in here. Except for the fact that I haven't opened the stone sword key gates because I don't really have a need to be honest. Unfortunately, my knowledge of what's behind the doors can't be erased, so I already know that it's, especially as a confessor, it's useless because only one of the spells are useful to me. I already have one of them. And then the crossbow could be useful though. So there is that. Where is our friend here though? Where's this guy? It's a little bit upsetting. I was hoping that I would find his servant that we were looking for. Well, there is the option to let me use up the runes I have first before I attempt it, though. I don't want to try that. Cure Poison is probably a nice one to have as well, to be honest. So let me grab that. I doubt it's going to be very useful, but I'll grab Rejection as well. Might as well just use these runes up. Hopefully this will allow me to, actually, I'm going to grab the scythe while I'm at it. Yeah, so I'm not really going to need these then. I'm going to need the flask. Let's see if it'll let us. Perfect. Alright. Should have done the trick on him. I should have done the trick. I gotta let him kill me. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna win. I have to see if this works. There's a trick that I've wanted to try here. Scythe versus Scythe is a fun combat, though. I really want to fight him with our wing scythe. However, there's something I have to try first. Oh no, it didn't work. That is so weird. It worked on a different NPC Phantom where if you use that spin attack, it'll actually stun them. It basically stun locks them. Let me give it one more try. I have to see if this works. There it goes. Well, flail, flail, flail. Become unstoppable. Spin to win is back. Spin to win is back. Okay. Why would I possibly want to return to entrance yet? Hold on. The whole point I wanted to get rid of him for was to be able to see what's down here. And here's like a quick difference for those curious of the mod, my lighting mod off versus on. As you can see, it's really not lore unfriendly. It's very lore friendly. All it does is just kind of boost the brightness and kind of give it an HDR feel to it. It does have a pretty drastic nicening effect on the graphics though, without being much different. Although I did turn off anything that kind of clashed with the art, the general art style that Miyazaki and FromSoft were going with, such as depth of field, fancy sharpening, filters, vignetting, chromatic aberration, all these fancy things I turned off. I'm not sure if it'll let you guys see it or not, but all I have on is a tone mapper, a Lightroom, and then a very, very light sharpening effect. Sharpening is self-explanatory. The tone mapper does this. It gives it a brightening effect. It basically just makes everything kind of high contrast, high brightness. The Lightroom gives it a tone change, as you can see there, off, on, off. It kind of makes everything a little bit less warm and kind of like green, orange, yellow, kind of tinged. It makes it more neutral. Overall, I feel it's a very good mod, although I'm definitely feeling the burn when it comes to Liurnia. That even though it's only taking 4 frames per second, it's still, I'm already low enough already. I hadn't grabbed the Cipher Ptah yet after I redid my character, so that's one good thing. I almost have enough 30 faith to use it. Almost enough. Pure holy damage seems really good, but I don't know, man. Fist weapons in general are not unblockable blade. Holy damage is distinctly really good though, so I mean I can't complain. Oh, and we also have let's see if I can find it. Our new spoil of war, here it is. Taunter's Tongue lures in invaders. Item for online play, can also be used from the multiplayer menu. Lures in invaders. This allows your world to be invaded without any furled finger cooperators present. And it also shortens the interval between windows of opportunity for invasion. Additionally, enables the arrival of a second invader to join when a cooperator is present. With 2 invaders, the maximum number of cooperators becomes 1. So they're saying that normally you can only get invaded if you have another player co-op summoned into your world. That allows 1 invader. Now using this item, you can be invaded with 1 invader while you're on your own, or if you have a summon, you can be invaded with 2 invaders. However, if you have the 2 invaders, you can only have 1 co-op partner with you, I think is what it's saying. Which is really bizarre, to be honest with you. FromSoft made a weird decision here because you're pitting 1 invader against like 3, usually 3, at least 2 players, a host and a summon, probably 3, and I don't remember the specifications, but I believe you can technically summon 3. You could summon 3 people in Dark Souls 3 if I remember right. So I assume you should be able to do the same thing here. So there's at least 3, if not 4 people, and then there's the possibility of not just 1 but 2 blues arriving to protect you when an invader is summoned. So you can end up against a 1v5 or even a 1v6, depending on if my knowledge of the game is correct or not. But then, when you invite a second invader, now it has to be a 2v2. What kind of crazy logic is that? It should be a 1v5, 1v4 or 1v5, but no, it can't be a 2v4 or a 2v5. It has to be a 2v2. Maybe I'm reading this wrong. Comment me down below if you think that that's the case. But that seems just ass backwards to me, that you would make it a 1v5 situation in a 1v4, 1v5, but then once we pull in a second one, it just becomes a maximum of 2v2 and they can't summon a third. Because that's where the real fun would lie. I think that'd be very fun to have 2 invaders and then like 3 or 4 on the opposing team, you know. That would be fun. Perhaps with 2 invaders, though, it increases the number of blues that can be summoned. Because it does just say cooperator. Oh, it's Roger.
We meet again after all. I apologize for any offense given by my bearing, but I'm quite unable to move, you see. So, what do you need?
I think you need some bug spray, my friend. You need to crank that roach spray.
Ah, so you've met D. D is an old friend. We found ourselves journeying together for a time, bound by our exploration of death.
D.
But our paths have since diverged, never again to cross. Though that's hardly an uncommon fate for 2 friends. D was telling me that he discovered the mark of the centipede. The centipede is an ancient symbol of the curse mark. As long as whoever finds and uses it is not nefarious by nature, then we may be able to form an alliance. If only I could speak to them in person. And if they were like you, all the better.
Well, that's fascinating. The mark of the centipede. That reminds me of the centipede being a symbol of the kind of fetid, accursed, fake immortality that the monks, the Senpo monks in Sekiro, were seeking after.
Ah, you defeated Godric and claimed yourself a great rune. Looks like we both got what we wanted out of Stormvale, didn't we? Well done, friend. Something to mark the occasion. Go on, take it.
We both got what we wanted out of it? Oh, nice. Rogier's Rapier +8. +8? Now this guy knows how to treat his friends. What a gift.
As you might have guessed, I still can't move. My fighting days are behind me. No need to be polite. I've no use for it anymore.
That's fair enough, yeah. Man, I don't know though, like, if I were you, I'd be selling that thing so I can, you know, be a old dude from Filthy Frank, you know, pimp my wheelchair, man. You gotta get yourself some glintstone wheels, you know, some magic levitation. I still think this spinning weapon one looks really cool. I believe I've located like what it is. Spinning weapon, I think it's one that is in one of the trailers where it shows a guy like the weapon levitates out of his hand and starts spinning, and then he like slams it in the ground. Unfortunately, though, it gives it a magic affinity, and I can't erase that. I can add like a keen or quality affinity with that extra iron whetstone blade, but I can't erase the magic affinity. So it's cool to have glintstone pebble attached to a weapon too. That's kind of cool how you can attach or carrying greatsword. You can basically soul greatsword, it seems. Carry royal prestige embodied in a skill. Transform blade into a magic greatsword and swing it down. Can be charged to increase its power. Usable on swords colossal accepted. So it is a really cool detail. It seems as though the Carrion royalty that says that Raya Lucaria is connected to these people, and that Renala is not a demigod. Her husband was a demigod that married Queen Marika, the goddess, and that he left his great rune in the egg that she has with her, according to what Gideon Ofnir told us. So this Carrion information could be of use to us, you know, as we want to learn as much as we can about them all. I need to know what happened to you, bud. You say you found what you wanted, and you come back paralyzed, unable to move. Like, what's going on here? Let's check out this amazing gift that we got as well. Rajir's Rapier, +8. Physical damage 136 plus 45. One hell of a nice scaling. +8 only doing 136 isn't that great, but for a rapier though, that's not bad, frankly. It's nice, 110 critical, C scaling and dex. I love to see that. It's very lightweight. Piercing sword of superior quality, featuring intricate ornamentation. Signature weapon of the sorcerer Rajir. High dexterity is required to wield the blade to its full potential, but mastery is a sight to behold, characterized by a flowing style which excels in successive attacks. Skill is Glint Blade Phalanx. Skill used by the enchanted knights who serve the Carrion royal family. Form an arch of magic glint blades overhead, which will attack foes automatically. No. This is not what I think it is. Follow up with a strong attack, chain this skill into a lunging thrust. Tell me this is not homing soul mass. Follow up with a strong attack to chain this skill into a lunging thrust. 17 dex, 8 strength. It's not telling me standard pierce. How do you tell what kind of affinity a weapon has, I wonder? Beautiful blade. Beautiful piece of work. I'm a bit afraid to give this to my guy here, so I'm gonna hold on to it for now, but I really definitely want to start getting more incantations, so I don't want to wait too long. I need to start plucking up the courage to get a dragon heart as well. We need to set our sights on a Gil over there. Yep, it sure is. Homing soul mass. Oh, and they're little floating blades. Now that's cool. This is one hell of a weapon. It may not be the best damage out there, but I mean it's It's trucking along. I mean, 166 is my Knight Raider for level +3. For such a light, elegant weapon with such a beautiful, powerful... It doesn't use all that much FP either. What is the 4 then? Oh, follow up with a strong attack to chain into a lunging thrust. There we go, yep. Not bad. I just wonder what kind of damage I'm going to be doing with this, though. I don't have much intelligence. I'm assuming that's scaling with intelligence. There we go. Let's see what... Well, let's test on something we can hit. Actually, not too bad. Yeah, that's good damage. Woo. Yeah, that's nice damage, actually. I need to get... Oh, I forgot to attach a new... Alright, let's do it. Let's chug it. Crap. Ooh, nice. Rajir's got one hell of a weapon here. This thing is legit. Cracked crystal. Some Miranda powder and poison bloom as well. Bravo. What a beautiful tool. Let's see what's over by the Divine Tower here, actually. Doesn't look like I can quite get there, though, frankly. It's a big wall up here. Minor Erd tree. What? Oh, the poison. I completely ignored it. Fascinating little city here, though. What the heck is that? Do I even want to know? hail to the now, no. Oh, hail to the now. Oh, now, no, no. Oh, hail to the now. Not touching that with a 39.5-foot pole, Mr. Grinch. There we go. Ooh, snap. Not messing with me. I do like your little shiny buddy. Oh, he was on my... He's not having none of my shit. Okay. That was just his lunch. Okay. I can see why you're upset, but hear me out. I wasn't trying to take your meal. It's not like you're gonna let me drop it anyway. Oh dear. Yeah, that's right. Turn around. That's what I thought. Totally scared him off. Still wish there was some way to know about whether a weapon has... How do I know what kind of affinity it has? I'm assuming this is magic affinity, but it doesn't say specifically. Let's see what's over here in the east. Ooh, what's this? Crown of Stone. So that begs the question, what is the Crown of Stone? There it is. There's the tower. This one's got an entire, like, get it. Oh, hello. This is like those guys in the summon water area. I tried to avoid it because I didn't, well, for obvious reasons, like creepy. There's sticks. Oh god, that's a mariner too. Okay. Not touching you yet, bud. Is he still following me? Okay, good. I know I don't have a great room yet, but Dragonfly heads, why? Another point of grace. It's good to start discovering these so I can kind of warp around a little bit, get the feel for things. also have a shack to run with. Okay. Let's grab this painting. I need to start figuring out where these things are. Let's see. Resurrection. Work of a wandering artist. Reminiscence of a painting titled Resurrection. This painter is said to have captured the landscapes seen during the last moments of those welcomed into death's embrace. The soul of the painter and vestiges of the death's last moments can be discovered by visiting the location depicted even now. So that's the graveyard, right? Isn't that the graveyard we just went by? That's clearly Raya Lucaria. Maybe up on this platform up here on this hill? That seems the most likely place that we'd actually be able to see Raya Lucaria at. I'm missing so many things, so I'm just kind of skipping by, but... yeah, that's probably... oh wait, hold on. I can also see it from right here as well. Well, let's give it a shot. Some more of these fire monks running around. Fire slugs. Ooh. I will say this is one hell of a game. It's got so much going on. What the heck is that? I'm crossing by so many things here. Noble slender sword. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. What do you got for me? Narrow blade carried by wandering nobles, made to be easy to wield, daubed with gold from tip to tail. It should fetch a good sum. Square off. So pretty much identical to the Warhawk's Talon. Although worse scaling, although with a higher critical. Not all that bad looking, frankly, though. Ah, could this be it then? We're in a graveyard here. What is this? Some raw fruit. Alright. Church of Vows. Okay, this is different. I was assuming a tone. You don't need absolution. Oh, so there's an absolution mechanic here. This is different. Oh, and an item too. Gold sewing needle. Golden tailoring tools. So this, wait. Yeah, okay, and there's a, just like in the Dragon Communion Church, there's a giant stone. Are you alive? things moving. Because it's just like the dragon, right? There was a dead stone dragon in the Dragon Community Church, and then right near it was where we locate the sewing needle and the tools. Now we see a very similar, unique church. This has got to be a covenant then, rather than a regular Church of Marika or Church of Ele or something. So let's see what this gives us. Lock the demi-human's prize sewing needle. Sewing needle made of gold. Unique item made to alter demigod attire. Wow. One of the tools brought by Radagon when he entered into marriage with Renala, Queen of the Full Moon, and joined the Carrion line. Enables armor adjustments and allows demigod garb alteration. Tailoring tools made from gold. Tools brought with the red-haired Radagon when he married into the Carrion line. With these, even demigod attire can be altered at a site of grace. What is demigod attire? I'm assuming this is armor that, like maybe we can buy like Godric's armor set or something.
You're tarnished, aren't you? I welcome you to the Church of Vows. I am Miriel, steward of this sacred chamber. My apologies for the unseemly state of affairs. Do you know the origin of this place? How it came to be known as the Church of Vows?
Well,
that is a shame. But who can blame you? The shattering has caused us, all of us, to lose sight of something very dear. It is here, at the Church of Vows, that the great houses of the Erd Tree and the Moon were joined by the matrimonial bond between red-haired Radagon and Renala of the Full Moon. And so our church holds in view the monuments of both houses, the Erd Tree of the capital and the Academy of Rea Lucaria.
Interesting. So, it's saying that Radagon comes from the lineage of the Erd Tree. This makes sense because he was wed to Marika. Isn't that what they said? They said Marika was his wife? So doesn't that technically make him a god? Being, perhaps, you know, it's talking about Renala is called the Queen of the Moon, the Queen of the Full Moon. So perhaps he's a sun deity?
Oh, was there something you needed? You are free to show yourself around. I would serve as your guide, only my legs aren't what they used to be. If you find anything of use, you are free to take it with you. Unless, perhaps, you are in search of instruction, in which case I will share all that I know.
Oh, study sorcery, study incantations, give a scroll, give a prayer book about Radagon. Interesting.
You wish to know more of Lord Radagon? Lord Radagon was a great champion, possessed of flowing red locks. He came to these lands at the head of a great golden host. When he met Lady Renala in battle, he soon repented his territorial aggressions there, and became husband to the Carrion Queen. However, when Godfrey, first Elden Lord, was hounded from the lands between, Radagon left Renala to return to the Erd Tree capital, becoming Queen Marika's second husband and king consort, taking the title of Second Elden Lord. The mystery endures to this day as to why Lord Radagon would cast Lady Renala aside, and moreover, why a mere champion would be chosen for the seat of Elden Lord. You wish to know more of Lady Renala? She is queen, head of the Carrion royal family, and governor of the Academy of Rea Lucaria, the great and beautiful full moon witch. Sadly, her heart was broken when Lord Radagon left her, and then, when the Academy rebelled against the royals, she was locked away in the Grand Library. In the end, Lady Renala was left alone, cradling the amber egg Lord Radagon bequeathed her. Now she devotes herself to it through forbidden rite, the grim art of reincarnation. You would do well to remember, severing a vow, strongest of bonds, has consequences ever more dire. You know, it's said that Lord Radagon harbored a secret. A famed sculptor of the Erdtree capital was once summoned to render Lord Radagon's likeness in giant stature, when he glimpsed the skeleton in Radagon's closet. And as such, it's said the great statue harbors his secret too.
Really?
You know, it's said that Lord Radagon, a famed sculptor, when he glimpsed the skeleton, and as such...
Blessing's Boon. Grants blessing to self and nearby allies. 24 faith. One of the ancient Erdtree incantations. Grants a blessing to the caster and nearby allies, gradually restoring HP. Blessings once fell like tears from the Erdtree, and this incantation is but a lingering remnant of their power. Okay, so it's a regen spell. Hold to continue praying and delay activation, alright? You sell Magic Glint Blade, an old sorcery of the Carrion royal family. Creates a sigil overhead, from which an enemy seeking Glint Blade appears after a brief delay. This sorcery can be used while in motion. Charging increases the delay, so you can time it specifically. It doesn't make it more powerful, but it gives you a chance to kind of throw the enemy off in PvP or something by extending it where they think you're going to fire it, and then you can hold it just a second longer to throw them off. I like that. Said to be the prototype of the Sword Phalanx, sorceries wielded by Royal Enchanted Knights. And we know what Sword Phalanx is. It's the equivalent of Homing Soul Mass, but with these nice little daggers. One of the sorceries of the Carrion royal family conjures a magic greatsword and then delivers a sweeping blow. The sorcery can be cast repeatedly. Armed with this spell, sorcerers gain the strength of knights, their loyalty sworn to the moon. 24 intelligence, 14 intelligence. Well, we have another source that I can give a prayer book to that will allow me to fire monks. I'm assuming this is probably a heresy as well. But it's hard to say. Why not? Let's give it to him. I was debating. Sorry, I took a little time there to myself. I wanted to debate whether or not to give him the book or not.
What have we here? Very well, let us both learn together. Heresy is not native to the world. It is but a contrivance. All things can be conjoined.
O flame. Momentarily sparks roaring flame from hand. Incantation of the fire monks. Momentarily sparks roaring flame from the caster's hand. Charging enhances potency. The giant's flame still smolders upon the distant northern mountaintop, and the fire monks are its guardians. 16 faith. Surge, O flame. Incinerate area before caster with stream of fire. Superior incantation of the fire monks. Interesting. Superior incantation. Creates a stream of fire to burn the area before the caster. This incantation can be cast while in motion. Hold to maintain the effect. So this is basically Fire Surge from Dark Souls. The Giant's Flame is the Flame of Ruin. Ah! There we go. So the Flame of Ruin is the Giant's Flame. That makes sense. Capable of burning the Erd Tree. Therein lies the problem. Capable of burning the Erd Tree. And so, following the war against the giants, its ruinous blaze was sealed, and guardians were appointed to watch over it. So there is a connection. I thought that this was, the whole Flame of Ruin thing seems so connected and so similar to the Profane Flame from the Profane Capital in Dark Souls 3, or perhaps the Chaos Flame. Specifically the Profane Flame, though, because it was connected to the giants, to Yorm the Giant and the royalty of the giants. Just as this Flame of Ruin is called the Giant's Flame. Okay, 9 faith. This seems to be essentially Great Combustion rather than Combustion, which is definitely worth it, though, don't get me wrong. It's still a very nice spell to have. I don't really have any use for the scrolls, so I would probably... It seems as though this guy doesn't really tell you anything special about the scrolls. He did mention heresy, but the other guy probably would have said something specific about the heresy. So I'd rather give the scrolls to an actual sorcery merchant or teacher, so I can get some lore out of it. And I'm definitely going to have to come back and snag these two. I will say this is one cool place, though. This is a really interesting area. It's not a covenant, not quite anyway, but it's a very cool little area. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Raya Lucaria Academy, where Queen Renala has locked herself within. We must climb the Tower of Latria. Still scared him away. I'm gonna have to stop this video soon. Apologies that we're not getting much done in these last few videos. It seems perhaps there's a lot of wandering around instead of getting much done. However, oh, it's another Hill of Swords. Would you look at that? The Second Liurnian War. No victory for the Golden, nor for the Moon. No prize but atonement. The birth of a vow. The Golden. So Radagon was a descendant of Godfrey. And it says that Godfrey, the first Elden Lord, was banished for whatever reason. Well, I'm sure we'll find out. And then when that happened, he had to take his father's place. And he abandoned her to become the king consort and second wife to Marika. But theoretically, shouldn't Marika be his own mother? Since he's implied by Ulfnir to be the actual demigod, and that he gave the Great Rune to Renala as like a token of apology, perhaps, when he leaves for Marika. That seems awfully similar to Guinevere leaving with Flame God Flan, you know. Radagon does feel like a very fire god-ish name too. I would not be at all surprised if Radagon turned out to be like a flame deity, a flame demigod or something. Let's see if I can find this location that the painting describes. It seems like the other graveyard is the one that was indeed correct. Let's try it. I can remember where it is. Looks about the right type of distance. Problem being, I don't recall where it is. I don't know where this graveyard is. I remember passing it by, but not quite exactly where. Oh dear. Okay, definitely was north of this. Had to be, because that bear was the first thing we got to see when we climbed up here. Some tough wolves. There's that boss too. So you would think this would probably be it. Around in here perhaps? Yeah, so it should be like right over here past the mariner. Ah, there we go. This may be the treasure that it was speaking of. Nope. I'm not quite yet sure what you get from finding these locations that are on the map. Tree on the right. Hello. Yeah, so that has to be way over here. Because there's no other way that you'd be able to see both the Erd Tree and the Raya Lucaria at the same time. Surprised I lived that. Alright, enough of this wandering. It's not getting us anywhere. Definitely discovered a bit more. I'm going to head back here and grab my runes real quick. This is definitely going to be a longer video, but I'll stop it pretty soon. Ooh, nice. Crap. So it might not do much damage, but it's definitely opening enemies up to better attack. Crap. Looks like there's a Erd Tree sapling over here. drops a golden seed. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna end it on this note. It's definitely a bit confusing, everything going on here. My apologies. It's very late, not much sleep, just kind of wandering through the video, but we're getting somewhere, and I'll see you guys next time.